Welcome to Emerge in LorainCounty.com. My name is Greg and I'll be presenting your seminar today on 12 ways to grow your business on Pinterest. Even though I'm sure that you recognize the potential of Pinterest and how it could affect your business, I want to reinforce that idea with some statistics that are out there. 47% of users stated that they based a purchasing decision on posts that they found on Pinterest. This was higher than purchasing decisions that were made based on posts on Facebook and Twitter. 81% of those polled said that they actually trusted the content on Pinterest, which was 20% higher than posts, the reliability of posts on Facebook or Twitter. And Pinterest generates more referral traffic for businesses than Google+, YouTube, and LinkedIn combined. So now that we know that Pinterest is important to our business, what do we need to do to make the page and start sharing our ideas, our products, and get people following us? So let me walk you through some basics. First, if you already have a Pinterest account, you can actually convert it over to a business account by selecting the red box. If you do not have a Pinterest account, that's okay. You can go ahead and select the new to Pinterest join as a business link. So we're going to go ahead and create a new business page. All you have to do is fill out some of the basic information, your business type, your contact information, your business name, and you want to pick a username that is related to your business because it's going to go on the end into a URL to find your Pinterest page. And then upload an image, preferably your logo. Next, it's going to ask you to pick 5 different boards to follow. Pinterest categorizes everything very nicely. So on the left-hand side, you'll go ahead and see 5 categories that you can select from to pick your 5 boards. And once you click on a category, in our case is technology, you went ahead and it shows you some technology areas. In this case, it's smartphones, hardware, and cameras. So now we're following those, and we're going to get content from those in the back end. Once you've picked your 5 boards, you can begin pinning. And by doing that and creating boards, you click on the edits. They'll have a little box grayed out like this. And you go ahead and click edit, and then it will take you inside to allow you to name each of your boards a unique name, and then start adding content. So how do you go about adding the content? So in this case, I went ahead and in a board I called ideas, I went up to add and the plus sign, and I clicked on that. Once you click on that, you'll get a box that pops up that says add a pin, upload a pin, or create a board. Since I already have some boards made, I can upload a pin, which is actually taking a file that's on your computer and uploading it to Pinterest for people to find. But in this case, I actually want to share something that's on my website, so you go ahead and click add a pin. Once you click add a pin, it will show you a blank box that you insert a URL from a web page to go find the images that are on that page, and it does that for you. So I copied and pasted a news article that we had on LorainCounty.com that I wanted to find an image and share it on our page. So by clicking on that and hitting find images, it went ahead and found the image that I wanted. You go ahead and right here is the boards. I selected the board that I wanted it in. And you always, always, always want to fill out the description section to describe what you are pinning so that people can actually find it. All that information is searchable, so it adds a lot of value to your post. Now that you know the basics, let me give you an overview of the 12 strategies that will help you grow your business. You want to make your content pinnable. You can add a pin it button to individual pages on your site. This may require some work of a development company, but this allows you to click on buttons and add the image directly to the user's profile. Select or add the follow me button, which allows a user to click and actually just add to their followers your whole profile so they can see all your boards. Also 2 widgets, a board widget and a profile widget. These widgets can be added to your actual website so that every time you update your Pinterest, the imagery shows up on your actual website for people to follow. The board widget is specific to a board, so that image that I just shared in the local Lorain County local flavor board is showing up over there. And then for the whole profile, all the images that I've shared in the profile are coming up over here. Those are 2 different things, and they both select the top 30 pins that you've added. Next, you want to highlight the content on your own website. So don't just wait for others to pin your material. You actually want to go through your site, find interesting items that you have on there, and share them on Pinterest. Quick example, similar to one we just saw, of I wanted to share a news story. I thought it was a good news story. I went ahead, went through the process. That's what it would look like on Pinterest. This is the actual news article. So by going through and actually sharing items that I'm already posting to lorainecounty.com, I'm now sharing them with the users on Pinterest, and they can follow through to come to your website, which drives a lot of traffic. You want to actually utilize content from other partners. So are you affiliated with a national organization or maybe a local organization? Are you a distributor of a specific manufacturer? Well, if you are, go to their websites, especially their national organizations. They're going to have really good imagery and a lot of content. And you can go ahead and add those images to your profile to help tell your story. And these images are going to be high quality. They're going to be professional. And there's no sense of you having to worry about trying to find images if you don't have any. If you're already selling a product that they have, go use their image. By using images like I just discussed, or using your own, you want to tell a story. Don't just post a post. You want to convey a message. This is an example of a local company, Caruso's Cabinets. Caruso's posted color trends for 2013 in a board under tips and tricks. But they also added a photo from HGTV, which I have enlarged over here, to show you what those color schemes would actually look like in a room. So this is like a kitchen and dining room area. They de-emphasized the cabinetry because it's not necessarily their cabinets that they're focused on. They're just trying to show you tips and tricks of what is in right now. But by looking at those 6, 7 colors on a sample sheet over there, I'm not really sure what the room's going to look like. But this helps it bring it all together to show me. The next step would be to add things like appliances, decorations, and your cabinets to show them what other things actually match this room. And that kind of helps people draw some ideas together of what else could be added to make that color scheme and to make the cabinets from Caruso's work. And all this is being done without asking anyone to buy anything. It's just implanting ideas into their head and then making that engagement so that they keep coming back to follow you because they trust you and the content that you're posting. You don't want to go in this alone. You want to make boards accessible to others. You can set up specific boards for users outside your organization, and you can set some up for users that are inside your organization. I would recommend doing both. An idea would be to create a board that says, hey, users, this is your board to show me ways that you use my product. You can also go and have people within your organization add content. Having employees from different departments, from different backgrounds and perspectives, is a great way to add new content to your site. Not always relying on yourself to have to do it, share some of the burden, and it's fun. Next, you want to ask questions to create engagement. This is a perfect way to keep people coming back. Posing questions on the title of a board allows users the ability to post to that board and engage them in something specific. You can also use the description of images to ask questions while you're posting and ask things related to that specific image even. So if you don't necessarily want to open up a board to be accessible to everyone, whenever you post, you can actually in the description ask a question specifically about that image and have people use the comment section to comment on that image. But another way to do it is actually opening up a board where the question is something like this. This is actually from a real company, as you can see, has a large following. One of their boards that's permanently on their Pinterest page is I never forget. And people go there and post, has nothing to do with their company, but they go and they post things that they never forget on a daily basis. One of the things that I saw on there was a cup of tea, and the person says, I never forget my tea in the morning. By doing this, you're engaging users that are coming to your Pinterest page often, keeping them engaged with you so that as you add your content related to the business, they're still following you and being part of all that. You want to focus on providing credible links. So the beauty of Pinterest is it allows you to share content from anywhere on the web and anywhere from within Pinterest. However, you can often get stuck in a trap where people are posting things and reposting things, and they're not actually coming from the sources. So one of the thoughts is post from reliable websites. You know, if you're finding information about travel that's in a blog that's been reposted from another blog, but it's pretty obvious it's from travel.com or some other travel website, go to that website and find that content and post it. By posting the credible links, you're reinforcing the fact that 81% of people out there that actually trust posts on Pinterest, you're reinforcing that you are a reliable organization. You want to make sure you follow others. So you want to set aside time weekly to go through your pins, see what other people are commenting on, what they're sharing, and go actually follow those people that are coming to you. By doing that, you're taking up a level of engagement that's not able to do in many other places, especially just coming into your store and leaving. This allows you to then see what else they're posting, what they might be interested in, which can help guide some feedback later on. And don't be afraid to leave comments. Go to their page. If they pose a question or put something up, use your knowledge as being an expert in your field to post comments on their imagery in their boards, and that allows then you to be opened up to all the people that are on their Pinterest page that are reading them often. Next, you want to gather feedback. So here's an example of a board. As you can see, there's 5 different pictures that are the exact same outfit, but they're being posted by 5 different people. So we did a search for this company called Cupcakes and Cashmere. A girl in the office told me about it. It's a fashion boutique. And what this is telling me right away is that out of those 5 pictures, there's actually 2 different images that are coming up. They're 2 different poses, but it's showing me that that outfit is popular. Not only is that outfit popular, obviously the color style is popular, which is what the Cupcakes and Cashmere were actually portraying on their website and in their Pinterest page, is that black and white is the in thing right now. And you can see that by an additional photo over here where the girl's wearing another black and white outfit. So this is giving you information that maybe you don't necessarily get from your website. You don't know what people are liking on your website, but on this, you're actually seeing that people are taking the images, sharing it, and they're leaving comments based on what they're seeing. You also want to use Pinterest to do some research on your competition. So use pinterest.com/source and then insert any URL that you want. In our example here, I inserted LorainCounty.com, and it will show you what's actually been shared from your site. So out of the images that we see up here, the blue box is our logo, so those are actually images that we've shared. However, if you look at those 3 right there in the middle, the top middle, those are actually people that have shared from our community directory, which wasn't even an announcement. It was just an image from the directory because they wanted to share that business. You know, this one here, you can't read it, it says Aladdin's Eatery. It's the Aladdin's Eatery in Oberlin. They've inserted that picture into their actual directory posting on our website. And then someone had found that and posted that image to Pinterest saying, I like Aladdin's Eatery in Oberlin. However, we're benefiting from the traffic that's coming from that as well. Another idea is to see what your competition's up to. Go ahead and stick your competition's website into that URL and see if anyone's posting anything from their site. Maybe you find out that people are giving them really bad reviews. Maybe you find out they're giving them really good reviews based on specific things. It can help guide what you want to do on your Pinterest, on your Facebook, on your website, but also just with your business. Insert your own address like we did and see what people are sharing. In the background on your profile, it does show you what people share from you directly. But if it's a reposting of a reposting of a reposting, you might not get that feedback. So it allows you to see that someone's sharing the same imagery, but they're actually sharing it from one specific user or a set of users instead of just from your website. You want users to visit your profile on Pinterest and your website and have that actually translated into something in the store. One of the ways you could do this using Pinterest is setting up contests. So maybe you have an idea of, you've opened up your board to other users, asking them to post things specific to something you want on that board, And then whoever gets the most shares or repins or likes or combination can get a discount or win a prize. You know, if you're a pet store, maybe it's something about show your puppy doing something, and whoever's puppy gets the most shares, you know, they actually win a free bag of dog food. You just have to come into the store and claim it, prove who you are, and you can go to your own Pinterest page to see who had the most shares. Our idea is to maybe just post a discount that says, today we're having a sale, 10% off everything in the store. Print this post out and bring it in. So you're then engaging the users on the site to actually come to your store and interact to gain that business. Finally, you want to set up an analytics. For this scenario, I'm using Google Analytics, google.com/analytics. Sign up for a new account, go ahead and set it all up. But it's going to give you a code that you have to copy to actually put over on your website, and this is for your website. What's unique about this is that whenever a visitor comes then through Pinterest or Facebook or Twitter or directly to your page, it's going to tell you where they're coming from. So it's going to give you the URL of the post that would be on Pinterest that is popular, and show you how many people actually clicked on that specific post to come over to your website. But it's also going to break that down to tell you, were they using a mobile device? Were they using a computer? Was it a Mac? Was it IBM compatible? Were they using Internet Explorer, Firefox, which might not even mean anything for your business, but it's going to tell you that. It's also going to tell you where their location is. So it's going to tell you if they're coming from Avon or Avon Lake, or if they're in Lorraine. This is very unique and useful information that you can track. You can track by times, you can track by a very specific set of dates, year to date, to find out how many people are not only coming to your site, but where they're coming from and where they're going once they get in your site. So that's the other thing is, once that traffic came over from Pinterest, from a popular post on Pinterest to your site, where did they go next? Did they go to your store, you know, your contact us page? Did they go to look for other products on the site? Did they just leave? And Google Analytics is going to tell you all that. This is also a way to maybe guide some of the posts that you do. If you find out you had an old post on Pinterest from a year ago that's been really popular, repost it. There's no reason you can't. It would be updating it and bringing it back to the forefront to drive more traffic to your site too. So finally, go through some of the final thoughts here of themes that you want to remember from the day. You want to engage users through questions. Creating questions creates more sharing, more feedback, and more followers. You want to create stories through the images that you're using, combining them like we showed you with that Caruso's example. Use the boards to tell the stories, and not just making a sales pitch. You want to pursue relationships with others. Don't wait for them to just come to you. Go out and actually find users that like your content. And you want to repin their stuff, you want to like their pins, and you want to follow that user. And as I mentioned earlier, you're the expert. Comment on the things that they're posting too. You want to make sure you gather some feedback. So you want to look at what competitors are doing. You want to read the comments that are on the posts that people are reposting from your own Pinterest page. And you want to see how many of the same items are being shared. Finally, you want to make sure that your website and your images are actually linked together through the widgets and the buttons. You want people to have easy access to sharing your material, and also for Pinterest users to find your website.